Banker Hall and Trevor Ritchie set the track Canadian and Breeders' Crown record.
Banker Hall is home in an under wraps. Another spine-tingling victory for Banker Hall.
They won't touch Banker Hall.
Banker Hall convincing again.
And that's Banker Hall, a confident winner by 2.
Waln Ridge Farm in Cream Ridge, New Jersey is proud to introduce a new face, a wealthy family, and an exciting new opportunity to harness racing's most discerning breeders and owners. Banker Hall, one of the fastest, richest, and most lauded sons of one of North America's best trotting sires, Balanced Image, now calls Waln Ridge home.
The reason we wanted to have Banker Hall at Waln Ridge Farm was very simple. What intrigued me about this horse is he was a really great 2-year-old. This horse, with earnings of over $600,000, makes that horse the second leading money-winning 2-year-old that has gone to stud in the United States. By breeding a Banker Hall, this is a unique opportunity because he is one of the few sons of Balanced Image that have gone to stud, and also because he is the most leading money-winning and fastest 2-year-old ever by this great sire, Balanced Image.
Owned by Thomas Anderson and campaigned by Anderson and Harold Lund, the two friends knew early on Banker Hall was something special.
He was one of the best horses I ever seen as a yearling, and he looked so good. He had everything. He had a very beautiful head, and he was a perfect horse.
He was a champion from the beginning, actually.
But it was when the talented colt was paired with a talented Trevor Ritchie that something truly special happened.
On the racetrack, he was likely at top speed. He was the fastest horse I think I ever trot, or anyway that I've ever driven.
Banker Hall burst onto the freshman scene in September of 2000 with an easy 158-4 win in the Champlain. In hand to Ritchie, Banker Hall had no trouble disposing of his rivals despite a tough overland trip and tote board odds of 190-1. Banker Hall was virtually unstoppable after that, rolling over Canada's best young trotters in a pair of 2-year-old events at Mohawk.
Banker Hall was on his game. There was no one in Ontario or maybe North America that could beat him.
Banker Hall trying to take it all the way, and Trevor Ritchie is just sitting on him watching Village Barrister on the outside, through in pocket position in tight quarters. This is cold spot, but they won't touch Banker Hall. Banker Hall is still trotting strong as Chilly Trevor sits motionless in the bike with his hands in his lap, and that's Banker Hall, a confident winner by 2.
Banker Hall's gait was just flawless. I think you could put a cup of tea on his back when he was trotting and you wouldn't spill a drop. He didn't hit anywhere. He was just a real flawless gaited trotter.
A brief bout with sickness and a flat tire contributed to a 4th-place finish in a September sire stake. But Lund and Ritchie were confident that their ultimate goal, the Breeders' Crown, was still well within their reach. The public's second choice behind Chasing Tail in their Breeders' Crown elimination, Banker Hall remained unflappable, rolling to a career-best win in 157-2.
Banker Hall is trotting on under minimal urging. He looks up to it. That's Banker Hall with Chasing Tail. Banker Hall rebuffs Chasing Tail one final time to win the Crown elimination. Banker Hall convincing again, 157-2.
In harness racing, it really all comes down to the Breeders' Crown, and Banker Hall rose effortlessly to that challenge, storming home a winner in an eye-opening 156-1.
And they're off and trotting, and a flying start on the far outside for Annie's SJ, who is hustled directly to the lead. CJ Secret out on the inside, second. Son of Grace is third. Olympic Hall getting away in fourth. Commuter Lane followed through in fifth. Chasing Tail floated up sixth on the far outside. Banker Hall in heavy traffic is seventh. Pegasus Spur is eighth.
Banker Hall's best race was when he won the Breeders' Crown. He didn't get a real great trip, and he come from way out of it and got the track record at Mohawk that night. And he come last quarter around 28 seconds, and he beat obviously the best horses in the world that night.
CJ Secret closing up pocket position. It's 2 more lengths. Commuter Lane is closing the 4-hole. That's Olympic Hall following up in 5th. Banker Hall is going to flush cover, brought out from 6th. Chasing Tail in the flow, 7th at the outside. Pegasus Spur is 8th. The Mare I Can is 9th. Oakley Julian is 10th. Here comes the half. Annie's SJ. And Jim Matinas, CJ Secret, is in the pocket. Brought to the outside now, Commuter Lane. Son of Grace had to hold up the white flag and take in 57-1 was the half. Annie's SJ by 2 into the final turn. CJ Secret following in. Commuter Lane is trying it first over. Son of Grace on the inside, fourth. Olympic Hall second over from fifth. Following in sixth is Amarai Can on that final turn. Banker Hall back in seventh. Pegasus Spur in a huge traffic trouble. Then Oakley Julian. Chasing Tail is off stride on the final turn and out of contention.
I didn't thought it was possible to win the race from that position, but he won the race in new stakes record and new Canadian record, and he was very good.
The pocket trip, and Banker Hall from seventh is roaring up on the outside. Pegasus Spur has found a clear lane on the extreme outside. Banker Hall, CJ Secret is asked to go to the bottom of the well. CJ Secret, Banker Hall, Richie's got another one. Banker Hall got it a half a length on CJ Secret, and Pegasus Spur third, 156-1. Banker Hall and Trevor Ritchie set the track Canadian and Breeders' Crown record.
A 5-length stroll home in his final race of the season, an Ontario Sire stake, guaranteed Banker Hall would sweep year-end honors, bringing home the O'Brien, Dan Patch, and Nova Award as top 2-year-old trotters.
He's widening his advantage under no urging. Bionic Ballad coming on for second, then Village Barrister and Tara Tullamore, and here is the finish. Banker Hall wins the OSS Super Final by close to 5 on.
As a 3-year-old, Banker Hall continued his winning ways.
Banker Hall is home in an under wraps 56-2. Banker Hall will capture the second Canadian Trotting Classic elimination.
Driving a horse like him was a lot of fun because he was such a fast horse. He could get you where you wanted to go in a hurry, and he was just a quality horse. I mean, he was, he was definitely one of the best in the world.
Banker Hall and Company experienced some ups and downs in the weeks before the Hamiltonian, but nothing compared to the race itself.
And the Hamiltonian, it was a little unfortunate. We changed the earplugs on him. We went to a different type, and they didn't work. He could hear everything. And when we went out in front of the post parade, there was a band in front of the grandstand, and they were playing, and he just got real excited when he heard the band. And it just got him so keyed up that when the gate folded, he was gone, and there was just no backing him up. He was just too excited. To his credit, he hung on, still finished third. Any other horse likely would have stopped to a walk. So he raced a huge trip that day.
From his 154-3 mile in the Hamiltonian, Banker Hall moved on to Yonkers and the second jewel of trotting's Triple Crown, the Yonkers Trot. Cast in the role of underdog against the favored SJ's Caviar in their elimination, Banker Hall swept to an easy victory, one he repeated 1 week later in the final.
That was just another one of his good characteristics, that even on a half-mile track, it didn't matter. He raced on the mile, on the 7/8, on the half. He could do it all. He won pretty comfortable at Yonkers that day. There was no real threats to him that day.
Banker Hall and Trevor Ritchie, who's turned back, victory abroad. PJ Punjab is third. Then on the outside, it's CR Pants on Fire, but the 2001 Yonkers Trot goes to Banker Hall.
To own a horse like Banker Hall is everyone's dream in this racing business.
Within weeks of his Yonkers Trot win, a hairline fracture of the right front cannon bone would spell the end of the millionaire colt's career on the racetrack, but the beginning of a new era in New Jersey.
Well, I think he'd make a good sire because he had all of the traits that you'd want in a sire. He had speed, he's got the conformation, he's got breeding, he had desire, he had courage.
With Banker Hall's bloodlines, he is the outcross type of stallion we need in our business. With the possibility of out-of-state semen transport being allowed out of the state of New Jersey, with Banker Hall's fertility, conformation, 2-year-old speed, I feel this gives you a unique opportunity to be able to breed to a very reasonably priced stallion at $3,500. We handle every aspect there is in the equine breed here at Walnridge, with exception of training horses. We're a full-service operation and dedicated to perfection. Banker Hall is a divisional champion, an outcross stallion, and a millionaire that will make him a great stallion for in the future.